Hey guys, it's Josh. Welcome back to the Landlord Harassment Channel. So, guys, I keep promising you that I'm going to post the entire eviction hearing, the entire court hearing for you guys to see. And I keep running into significant problems trying to get it uploaded. First, I had a heck of a time transferring it from a CD to a hard drive. Then I had a heck of a time transferring it from a hard drive to my computer to my phone. Now I'm having a heck of a time doing anything with it. YouTube won't accept the file. CapCut won't accept the file. Um, and every converter technology that I've tried to use won't accept the file either. So I'm really not sure what to do about this. And so I hate to say this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to put the hearing on YouTube anytime soon. Now, I will eventually get that figured out. But I did promise you guys a court week where I played the hearing and I explained what went on in the hearing and all that. So you're still going to get that. But what I think I'm going to have to do is I think I'm going to have to, if I don't get this figured out by Friday, it's Wednesday now, then what's going to happen is that next week, it's going to be court week anyway. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the file on my Twitter. I just started the Landlord Harassment Channel over on Twitter. Haven't done a whole lot with it over there, but you guys can go and subscribe if you want to. But I'm going to post it to my Twitter because I've got it to the point where I can send it to people in emails and I can give people the link to it and they can watch it. But for whatever reason, I just can't put the file itself on YouTube and I can't convert it into a YouTube-friendly file, at least not at the moment. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think at some point next week, I'm going to just simply post the link to the file on Twitter. And I already know that you can open the link to the file and watch it yourself. So you can at least watch it that way. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, on the day I choose to post the entire court hearing, which will probably be next Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. Because like I said, I'm going to make a few sort of setup videos before I post the hearing. But I'm going to simply post the actual hearing itself, the link to it in the Twitter, on my Twitter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to announce that I've posted the video on my Twitter. I'm going to make a video here on YouTube announcing that the hearing is available on Twitter. And then I'm going to link that link down below. Either the link to my Twitter, or if I can put the link to the hearing itself down there, I probably will. I don't think I can. I'll try it, but still, either way, I'll link to my Twitter anyway, so that you guys can watch the hearing. Now, you guys are going to see what a really ridiculous and frivolous eviction this really was. I mean, if I hadn't been part of it myself, I would have thought it was a comedy show. I mean, like, their arguments against me were awful. I mean, laughably awful. And they still won. I mean, the evidence they used against me is evidence I would have used in my own favor. That's how bad it was. But they still won because the judges in this town are in their pockets and so on and so forth. But Haverkamp Properties, because they have this influence over the judges and magistrates in this town, they can get away with a lot of stuff, and unfortunately, they did this time for now. But Haverkamp Properties is very, very eviction happy. When I was looking through their records to research for my hearing, I could not believe how many evictions they filed. These people, since Haverkamp Properties started in like 2002, have filed close to 200 evictions. And this is just in Ames alone. This isn't even, we're not even talking about their properties in Des Moines or Cedar Rapids or Iowa City or Waterloo or anywhere else. In Ames alone, they have tried to evict people, either evicted people or tried to evict people over 200 times since 2002. No other company in this town comes even close to that. Hunzinger is the biggest real estate company in town. They're just like Haverkamp, largely apartments, although they do get into some homes as well. You know how many evictions they have in the last 5 or 6 years? Like 7. As a matter of fact, Haverkamp has more evictions in any given year in the last 5 years and since their existence. Haverkamp has more evictions than every other real estate company in this town combined. Every company that rents apartments, combine them up, and they still don't even come close to the number of evictions that Haverkamp has filed. So they must be making, a lot of times a landlord does not want to go through an eviction process because it costs money to hire a lawyer, costs money to go through the courts, all of that. So the fact that Haverkamp files so many evictions, all I can think of is that they're making money off of this somehow on the back end, some kind of way, because otherwise it just doesn't make sense. I mean, you go down to Ames City Hall and you look at their records. It's just eviction after eviction. I mean, it's crazy. And then look at some of the other real estate companies in town and see that the other companies don't really evict that much. You know what I'm saying? But Haverkamp just evicts whenever they feel like it. So the only thing I can think of, like I said, they must be making a bunch of money off of whatever money they're spending in evicting all these people. They're getting it kicked back to them somehow. I don't know how. I'll probably never figure out how. But there's got to be some reason that they file for so many evictions. Because Ames is not an impoverished town, right? Most people here can pay their rent. So, and that's why the other real estate companies in town don't have that many evictions. So, I don't know, man. But that's very suspicious. I mean, Haverkamp, they file eviction suit after eviction suit after eviction suit. So there's got to be some reason they're willing to spend all that money on lawyers and court hearings and all this sort of stuff to evict so many people. Because most of the time, a landlord considers evicting somebody a burden. So I think Haverkamp they're getting kickbacks somehow. They figured out how to make money off of filing evictions somehow. I don't know how, and it's probably very complicated, but that's the only thing I can think of. But I'll probably never uncover the secret to that, right? So back to my point. No matter what, you guys are going to have access to my entire court hearing next week. I will be posting it. Now, it won't go up on YouTube, but I'll link you to my Twitter where the link is, okay? And then you guys can watch and listen to the hearing. But now it will go up on YouTube eventually when I figure out what I can do with this file. But for now, you guys are just going to have to accept the Twitter link. All right, so there you go. That's all I got for you today.